Mental health quotes can help you feel peace of mind if you're struggling, or they might help you understand someone else's mental health struggles. You often see mental health quotes as you are scrolling through social media, but making the choice to be curious and analyze a mental health quote may lead to a personal breakthrough, or at the very least, increased empathy for someone else's struggles. In this video, we're going to analyze a mental health quote from Nicole Lyons. The quote is, "The deepest pain I ever felt was denying my own feelings to make everyone else feel comfortable." If you watch this video to the end, you're going to understand how you can take some practical action steps to apply this mental health quote in the next 24 hours. My name is Mike Veny, and my company, Mike Veny Inc., owns a website called lovelyrefinement.com, which is a women's mental health site. This quote comes from an article on the site titled 15 Mental Health Quotes That Make You Feel Less Alone. I invite you to read the full article by clicking the link in the description. Again, the quote from Nicole Lyons is, "The deepest pain I ever felt was denying my own feelings to make everyone else feel comfortable." And by the way, Nicole Lyons is a mental health writer, author of several books, and she publishes mental health poetry. So, let's dive in. My mission is to support people in discovering the gift of emotional wellness. And every time I see that mission statement written, I get a little upset. I get a little angry, a little irritated, because I know what it's like to not be emotionally well. And so my passion, which sometimes comes through as anger, to support people in discovering this gift, comes from a place of real darkness. And several years ago, I had a breakdown, mental health breakdown. I have so much trouble talking about this. I don't know why. And I need to get to a point where I can, just for my own healing, talk about it better, not even on YouTube. But I had a breakdown, and it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. And my emotions were like a fireworks show. It was debilitating. It destroyed a lot of relationships. It just, so much destruction, and even damage to my own body from this breakdown. And not talking about just self-harm, but like my brain. And so I ended up not forcefully, I was resistant, but I went to a difficult emotions retreat. And I didn't think it was going to do anything. And the therapist in charge of the retreat was John Terrell, who has since become a friend and a mentor. And I really appreciate John Terrell very much. And he helped me work through my difficult emotions, my anger, grief, and fear that I was carrying with me. And that changed my life forever. And I learned through this retreat, one of the beautiful things that I learned, it was so interesting. I walk into the thing thinking it's nonsense, but let's just go with it. And I left the retreat feeling forgiveness and clarity like I've never felt before. And one of the realizations that I had was the quote that we're talking about: "The deepest pain I ever felt was denying my own feelings to make everyone else comfortable." So I realized that I spent most of my life feeling things that I was ashamed of and I suppressed, and led to a lot of my mental health struggles. Even still to this day, there are things I'm suppressing, and I'm constantly working through it. And I think for a lot of us, we do this, right? And my discovery came through a thing called shadow work. And shadow work was popularized by psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Car Jung. And basically what it is working with your unconscious mind to uncover parts of yourself that you repress and hide from yourself. This can include trauma or parts of your personality that you subconsciously consider undesirable. Basically, from the moment we're born, we carry a bag with us. And it's not a physical bag, but a psychological bag of stuff that we think we're not supposed to do, things we're not supposed to feel, and we just hide it away. We hide it away. And even though we try to suppress it, it's still there. People who say they compartmentalize, it's nonsense. No one can compartmentalize. We like to think we can, but we can't. And I realized that I was trying to do that most of my life, and I was carrying around this bag of stuff, thoughts, feelings that I had that I was ashamed of. And one of the things that I learned is, I needed to answer the question, how do I stop suppressing emotions? And the answer was, be honest with yourself, Mike. And in 12-step programs, in step 4, actually, what does it say? Step 4 of most 12-step programs made a searching and fearless moral inventory of yourself. Basically being honest with yourself. And it's a huge, huge part of recovery for many people. And I know for me, being honest with myself is really, really difficult. And even recently, I've been acknowledging some thoughts and feelings that I've been having that I don't want to tell anyone about. I don't even want to tell myself about. But by being honest with myself, I would love to tell you that it takes away the pain. It's more manageable. And I'm starting to feel relief from suffering. Like, it's okay to have pain, but nobody needs to suffer. And I'm feeling more freedom, less stress, and just more relaxed. And so the thing that I want to encourage you to do is to start being honest with yourself. And that means just admitting some things that you might not want to admit. We all have dark parts to ourselves. We all have a dungeon. We all have a mess, secrets we don't want to tell anyone that we just want to keep to ourselves. And you know what? That's human. That's what I had to learn. I used to think, if I thought something, that's undesirable, like maybe examples, I want to punch someone. I'm thinking of someone in my own mind right now that I want to punch. But I'm not going to punch them. But I had to be honest with myself. Part of me was saying, well, that's me. I'm carrying around resentment. And that's not good. And resentment's not good because, it hurts me more than the other person. And yeah, all that stuff is true. But I want to punch them. And that's the honest truth. And saying that, frees me up. It does. Again, I'm not going to punch the person. I realize I just said that very passionately. But the thing is, I had to be honest with myself. And honesty for me with myself is so hard, let alone others. So it's something that I'm learning. It's something that I want to challenge you to think about in your own life, in your own recovery journey. So again, that quote from Nicole Lyons is, "The deepest pain I ever felt was denying my own feelings to make everyone else comfortable." So I want to ask you, what's your next step? What will you commit to doing in the next 24 hours to apply this quote to your life? Please leave a comment below and let me know. And you can start your journey towards better mental wellness by taking my courses on opensesame.com. They are short, useful, and I'm proud to say they're helping lots of people around the world. Again, got lots of self-care courses on opensesame.com that I encourage you to check out. Very popular. And I really enjoy making them and helping people and supporting people in discovering the gift of emotional wellness. So you can learn more about them by clicking the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being honest with yourself.